So today we're sharing 5 food traps to avoid in Vienna, plus some insider tips that will help you eat like a local from your very first bite. Vienna is a dream for food lovers, from legendary coffee houses to crispy schnitzel, rich goulash, and pastries so good you'll start planning your next trip before you've even left. But the thing is, not every plate in the city is worth your appetite. There are food traps that catch visitors every single day, leaving them overpaying for bland meals and missing out on the real local gems. Today, we will make sure that you don't fall for them. Tip number 1: restaurants with big multilingual menus. If we had to pick the number 1 red flag for food in Vienna, it's this one. Big laminated menus in 5 different languages and a waiter out front trying to convince you to come inside. Yes, we have those in Vienna as well. You'll see this a lot around Stephansplatz, right in the heart of the old town. The setting is gorgeous. The cathedral, the cobblestones, the historic facades, but the restaurants here often survive on one-time tourist business, not locals who come back week after week. Here's why this happens. Rent in this area is sky high. That means restaurants have to focus on quick turnover and high margins. The easiest way to do that? Well, cast the widest net possible. Multiple languages and someone waving you in means they're not aiming for regulars, they're aiming for anyone walking by. The result is usually overpriced dishes, frozen schnitzel, and service that's more about getting you in and out than giving you a memorable meal. So, what can you do instead? You can walk just 10 minutes away from Stephansplatz and suddenly the vibe changes. Smaller menus, often only in German, daily specials handwritten on a chalkboard, and staff who aren't standing in the street. If you don't want to leave it to chance, we have actually put together a downloadable restaurant map with our favorite spots, plus a few notes on what to order so you can skip the laminated menu lottery completely. Check out the link in the description box below. Tip number 2: ignoring the daily menus. Mittagsmenüs. One of the best kept secrets in Vienna's dining scene is something most visitors never even notice: the Mittagsmenü, the daily lunch menu. Almost every sit-down restaurant offers one, from cozy neighborhood taverns to high-end dining rooms. It's a fixed price deal, usually 2 to 3 courses, and it's an absolute bargain. Often just 10 to 15 euros for soup plus a main course, sometimes even dessert or a drink. Why does this exist? Austrians take their lunch breaks very seriously. Office workers get around an hour, and restaurants rely on that steady lunchtime crowd. Offering a cheaper set menu keeps tables full before the evening rush and gets more people through the door. For travelers, this is gold. The same place that charges 30 euros for a schnitzel at dinner might serve an equally delicious dish for half the price at lunch. So, our tip: check the restaurant's window, website, or their social media for the day's Mittagskarte. And here's a fun insider move. Locals use this as an excuse to try fancier restaurants without spending a fortune. Even some Michelin-starred chefs offer weekday lunch deals under 30 euros, so you can get a gourmet experience for the price of a tourist trap schnitzel. Tip number 3: paying a fortune for breakfast at hotel buffets. We have all been there, done that. You check into your hotel, they ask you if you want to add breakfast, and you think, sure, why not? Then the bill comes and you realize you just paid 20 to 25 euros for scrambled eggs and bread rolls. If breakfast isn't included in your hotel rate, do yourself a favor and just skip it. Why do hotels actually do this? Well, breakfast is one of the easiest ways for them to increase revenue per guest. And in cities like Vienna, where people are used to big hotel breakfasts, many visitors are happy to pay without realizing there's a much better option just around the corner. Vienna is packed with bakeries and cafes. You're never more than a 5-minute walk from one. At Anker, Ströck, or Aida, you can even get coffee and a pastry for under €5. If you want more atmosphere and vibe, head to a coffee house like Café Sperl or Café Jelinek and take your time over melange and a fresh semmel. Plus, Vienna is full of trendy brunch spots where you not only get great value for your money but also perfect Instagram-worthy shots to keep your followers satisfied. And the best part? You start your morning like a local, slowly with good coffee and a front row seat to watch the city wake up, instead of racing through a buffet at the hotel to get your money's worth. Tip number 4. Missing out on seasonal specialities. One of the joys of eating in Vienna is that the menu changes with the seasons. But so many visitors stick to the same handful of dishes year-round and miss the really special stuff. For example, in spring, we look forward to Bärlauch and Spargel season, which is wild garlic and asparagus. Think of delicious creamy soups or spreads, or asparagus with hollandaise sauce. That's a classic. Oh, delicious. In summer, we appreciate the Marillen and Eierschwammer season, which is apricots and chanterelle mushrooms. Apricot jam filled dumplings or Eierschwammer in creamy sauces, or even tucked into savory dumplings. In early autumn, it's pumpkin season, of course. Think of velvety Kürbiscremesuppe drizzled with Styrian pumpkin seed oil. And in November, we celebrate Martini-Gansel, roast goose with red cabbage and potato dumplings for St. Martin's Day. Why is this such a big deal? Well, Austria's food culture is deeply tied to farming cycles and old preservation habits. Before refrigeration, seasonal eating wasn't a trend, it was survival like everywhere in the world. And those habits never completely disappeared. So if we see a chalkboard at a restaurant with a dish name we don't recognize, we always ask. 9 times out of 10, it's a seasonal specialty, and that's our cue to order it. Because sure, you can get schnitzel any time of the year, but you get Martini-Gansel only for a few magical weeks in November. Last but not least, tip number 5. Thinking all Würstelstände are equal. We love a good Würstelstand, which is Viennese sausage stands. They're part of the city's DNA. But here's the truth. Not all of them are worth your appetite. Some stands survive entirely on tourists who just want a quick bite, serving low-quality sausages and stale bread rolls. Why the quality varies so much? Well, there are 2 kinds of Würstelstände. The neighborhood favorites that locals visit every week, and the tourist kiosks planted near big landmarks. The first group survives because they have regulars to keep happy. And the second one? Well, they know most people are one-time customers, so quality isn't their top priority. The good ones are worth seeking out. For example, Bitzinger near Albertina is a local legend, with perfectly grilled Käsekreiner despite their very central location. Würstelstand Leo in the 19th district has been serving generous portions for decades. Even small stands in residential areas can be incredible, especially when they're family-run. When in doubt, well, just ask a local, a bartender, your Airbnb host, even a taxi driver. Viennese people love to debate which Würstelstand is best, and they'll send you somewhere miles better than the first one you might see by the cathedral. So there you have it, guys. 5 food traps you can definitely avoid in Vienna. If we can leave you with one piece of advice, it's this one. Slow down, wander a few streets away from the tourist trail, and follow the locals. The city is packed with incredible flavors, but sometimes you have to look past the first thing you see. And if you want to make it even easier, grab our downloadable restaurant map. It's got all our current favorites, seasonal tips, and a few gems we'd normally keep to ourselves. I don't know about you guys, but talking so much about food, I am feeling very hungry now. Here's to eating well and eating like a local in Vienna. If you enjoyed this video, drop the hot dog emoji in the comments below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new adventures. Thank you for watching and all your support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!